Well, Sverre Nypan has been offered a 5-year contract by the club of Arsenal. And Arsenal is like, please, Liverpool, you've bowled us on the trophy because we went ahead to make a mistake and not bring in one or two forwards in the January transfer window. You are not obviously going to be really taking away Sverre Nypan. Remember, I brought you a story, I think like yesterday, but one, about Sverre Nypan, Liverpool joining the race, and they're really pushing hard to see it obviously sign this one kid from Norway. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. We also have Thomas Muller. He has come aboard and obviously addressed his future, and obviously Claudio Echeverri has joined the club of Man City officially, and they've gone ahead obviously usher him today, and I'm gonna be letting you know what is this guy all about. Remember, in the summer transfer window, was it of last year, after the World Cup of Under-17, City went ahead obviously signed this player, and they beat likes of Barcelona and very many other teams that wanted obviously sign the player, and they have now brought him in, and I think he's ready to go. Let's see close to 100 likes much on this video, and don't forget to subscribe so as not miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a day. Remember, we are powered by Saint Maria Goretti SS Katende. Registration is in progress for S1s, S2s, S3s, S5s. Registration is as convenient as possible. You can register via the website that I'm obviously going to be putting into the description box below, and if not, the email is also there. If not, you can as well call them on +256 702 478 536 or +256 702 564101 and tell them that it's Rokani David who has gone ahead obviously direct me to this wonderful school that will obviously transform my child into a responsible citizen and help him paint a picture of who the world needs and who the world wants in as far as education and learning are really concerned. It's a school that I'm going to know that they educate and they make the student learn. If you don't know the difference between education and learn, please go ahead and obviously make some good research about it. That will show you that the school is really one of the best because it makes you learn and then you are educated. That is it. So, Arsenal, this is Steve K from the transfernews.com. He has told us that Arsenal are leading the race for Rosenberg's Sverre Nypan. Both Arsenal and Aston Villa have offered the 18-year-old a 5-year deal and agreed personal terms. Liverpool are also in the mix, but sources say he wants to join Arsenal. Now, look like Arsenal are winning this race, and this youngster, he is really one of those that is going to be the next big things in the world. If you've gone ahead to see a complete footballer who plays in the final third, or plays in the forward position of the pitch, this is the lad. He's just 18 years of age, and I think he's ready for the big stage. I tell you, he's ready for the big stage, and he's one of those that you look at and you see a combination of Waneri and Trossard. If you've gone ahead to see those two players play, now this is one having all those two in him. That's why Arsenal is really doing all what it wants, or doing all what it takes to obviously getting the player in here. And when you look at the side of Arsenal, Liverpool has joined the queue. Aston Villa also wants to obviously take the player, and Arsenal is like, this player is going nowhere, and both sides have gone ahead to offer him a 5-year contract. And for Aston Villa, looks like their plan is to get in these youngsters and obviously groom them and sell them for a very expensive price, because Sverre Nypan price is £12 million. And for me, I think those are peanuts. Those are peanuts for Sverre Nypan to see to it that he comes in through the club of Arsenal or Aston Villa. But what are the details into the deal that they are giving this youngster? You know, however much he has gone ahead with his choose against Arsenal, you know, Aston Villa might promise him that you're obviously going to play every game. You are going to get straight into the first team of Aston Villa. And what promise will Arsenal give the player? You know, for Aston Villa, when they give a player that promise, he'll take it because they've seen some youngsters given time to obviously go in and obviously prove themselves. You understand? Even the recently sold player to the Saudi Pro League, that is John Duran, he came in through, I think, at the age of 19 from MLS and was given a go. And you cannot rate the league of the MLS, or you cannot compare it to the league of the Norwegian league. I think the Norwegian league is highly rated than the league of the MLS, meaning that Sverre Nypan can be one of those that can get straight into that team of Aston Villa. But also, hear me out, the club of Arsenal has gone ahead obviously improve on how they treat their youngsters, especially those young players, especially from the academy and so on and so forth. Because this season, they've given Lewis Kelly and Waneri ample playing time. So, I think that can be given to Sverre Nypan as a reference that, look at Ethan Waneri, look at Lewis Kelly. They are into the first team of Arsenal. And they'll tell him that, please, if you have all what it takes to see to it that you really get Arsenal to where they want to be and you feel like you're ready to fight and you are good enough to play for the top club like Arsenal, please come in through. And there is a big factor that we've talked out here for so long. It's all about Martin Odegaard, the captain of Arsenal. He is Norwegian and this lad is Norwegian, and I think he's convincing him to obviously join the club of Arsenal. That's why Steve K, at the end of this post on his X account, he says that the player is interested in joining Arsenal. That is it. So, Arsenal, £12 million for Sverre Nypan will be a very good deal for them. All I understand is Arsenal is in the race to bring in a new sporting director. And I don't know whether the new sporting director will obviously help Arsenal to really get this kid. But the kid is needed, the kid is wanted, the kid is talented, and all of us know what he can put on the table. He's at Norway club known as Rosenborg, and it is really doing some good work for him. And Arsenal went ahead to make a decision that we are not going to sign this player in the January transfer window. We are going to let him be there until the summer transfer, until in the winter transfer window of January. And they left him there. And they said they'll obviously accomplish this deal in the summer transfer window that will open up in mid-June. That's the plan for the club of Arsenal. So that's exactly how things are really panning out at the club of Arsenal, and Sverre Nypan is one of those that they're really looking at to convince to see to it that he signs for the club of Arsenal. Liverpool is another one that is really showing huge interest in the player. As I told you, was it yesterday but one? But as things stand, Liverpool hasn't gone ahead to present a contract to the player, but Arsenal and Aston Villa have presented a 5-year contract. And the details in that contract are not yet revealed, but all I know, there is money, and I know, there are weekly wages, bonuses, performance-based, and how he can obviously get into the team, like what percentage of the games does he want to obviously feature in. And he knows to it that Arsenal is going to be competing in 4 competitions: the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup. But every player at that age would want to see to it that he gets involved in every game that passes by. You understand? So that's exactly what I think him and his agent will obviously be looking at, especially Sverre Nypan and his agent. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name, and let's continue to see to it that everything really moves on as planned. So let's leave Sverre Nypan there and obviously go to Thomas Muller. You know Thomas Muller. He plays for Bayern Munich, and I think he retired from international football. And while speaking to a certain media outlet in Germany, when he was asked about his future in Bayern Munich, this is what Thomas Muller had to say. We are in talks. We are talking about the sporting perspective and the financial package. I'm still having a lot of fun playing football. So he's like, we are really having a dialogue with Bayern Munich about my future, and I'd love to stay at the club of Bayern Munich, but it will have to depend on Bayern Munich on whether they want to keep me or they want to obviously let me go. That's what I've gone ahead of obviously interpret in the statement, but looks like both sides are really positive. As a club legend, they want to keep him around to see to it that he instills the culture of Bayern Munich into the youngsters that are really there, like the Olise's, the Matas Tels, is it called Pavlovich, and very many others. So I think it's a move in the right direction. You keep him around because you know to it that he can obviously instill that winning mentality into these other players, and you cannot allow to lose two of your legends at the same time in the same window. Joshua Kimmich is one of those whose contract is running out in the summer of 2025. So if you lose him and you lose Muller, it doesn't add up. So I would prefer them not to lose out both. Let Kimmich go and see to it that you keep Thomas Muller. That is it. So Thomas Muller is still there and he's still aging like fine wine, but I know they're going to offer him like a 1-year contract to keep him around. So let's obviously leave Thomas Muller there with Bayern Munich, one of the teams that is really ready to play in the Champions League, I think, next week. And they'll obviously give us what they think is right in their performances. Now, Man City have today gone ahead, obviously, unveil Claudio Echeverri. And most of you might be asking yourselves, what is Claudio Echeverri? Claudio Echeverri is an Argentine 19-year-old player, and he made 19 years of age on the 2nd of January 2025. You understand? He has been playing for River Plate, and remember, Man City really have a very good relationship with River Plate because that's where they got Julian Alvarez. And for River Plate, in 2023, he played 5 games and had 1 assist. In 2024-2025 season, 30 games played, 3 goals and 6 assists. That is the guy. And for Argentina under 17, this is where I went ahead obviously see the lad. And I was like, he's really very talented. That's when they went ahead obviously link him to Man City. In the FIFA under 2017, in the FIFA under 17 in 2023, 7 matches, 5 goals and 1 assist. Now, in the under 20 South America Championship that has been played in 2025, he played 9 games and scored 6 goals. That is the player that Man City have gone ahead to unveil today. And when you look at what he really has and brings to the table, he can play as an attacking midfielder, he can play as a left winger, he can play as a right winger. That is what he brings you into the team. He's really right-footed, and he goes ahead to put in a very good shift, and I think he has gone ahead to have his coming through at a very good side, because for Man City and the academy graduates, they've gone ahead to obviously take on the world by storm. And Pep was like, they're trying to emulate what was at the La Masia Academy. That's what Pep Guardiola had to say. Then the player Claudio said, I cannot tell you how excited I am to be here in Manchester and to finally be able to call myself a City player. Football has been my life. My dream was to play for one of the best teams in Europe. Today I'm closer to that dream. And obviously, he added and said, Man City are one of the best in the world. Not only do they win trophies, they play so beautifully. They are an example to everyone. They show people how to play football the best way. Obviously, that Pep tiki-taka style is really one of those styles that the world is really enjoying, and many teams are really adapting to it. So that is what Claudio Echeverri has come out and said to the side of City, to the fans of City and all the people that really watch the game of football. And I tell you what, this lad comes in through to join the already 4 signed players by Man City. That is Reis, Kusanov, Omar Marmosh. Then there was Nico Gonzalez. You understand? Now this is the fifth player in a space of a month that Man City has gone ahead obviously add on. He's really young, but I tell you he's exciting, and I won't be really surprised when he gets straight into the team of Man City or makes it to the bench, because he's extra talented. And these are the kind of players that Pep needs. If you heard what I brought you about Pep giving Messi his plus, that was really excited to have him for 3 years at Barcelona, and this is another guy that is really extremely talented. So your thoughts on Nypan offered a 5-year deal by the club of Arsenal and Aston Villa are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Thomas Muller future at Bayern addressed by him, and then Claudio Echeverri comes in through to be unveiled at City? Guys, first video of the day, we out. Bye bye and see you later, my mates.